Good morning, y'all. Well, we have had rain and rain and rain. So I thought that I would come out here first thing, since it's not raining this morning, and show y'all what is happening in the dahlias. Wow. All the work, it's like it just fades. And look at this. Look at this. This year, I have concentrated more on taking the buds off, so that here's some right here that need it. And it's, wow, making such difference. I have stems, and it looks like so many more dahlias. I think it's just a combination of everything. They loved the winter that we had. They loved the really cold. There is a Japanese beetle in there. So I will get out my little place to drown them after I do the video. Here's one. Isn't this gorgeous? Wow. Y'all. Wow. I think I'll just let them speak for themselves this morning. I didn't pick them. I usually keep them picked so that they'll keep blooming. And so since it was raining on the blooms, they were a little, they're all wet and everything, so I left them so that I could do the video this morning and show y'all the blooms. I am amazed. This is the best that my dahlias have ever done. And this bed right here that I'm showing you now, there might be one or two that didn't come from Melissa Smith at Fralick Farms, but the majority of them came from her. And if you don't follow her on Instagram, you need to. I think she is Flower Therapy. I think that's her name on Instagram, but it's Fralick Farms, and look for her. She is a wealth of knowledge. Just wow. Okay, here's this bed over here, and this one, y'all, it is outstanding. This is Rip City, and it is gorgeous. For some reason, I have ended up, see, there's a lot of deep red over there, and then this one is, oh gosh, it's gorgeous. So I have this color. I'm just really focused on this color. It seemed like last year all I had was white ones, and this year we got a lot of color out here. See this? Oh my goodness, so beautiful, so beautiful. The red one, this one does not like hot weather, but we haven't had that a lot, so it's really performing well. And see all the buds here? That one over there this is one of my very favorites. It was new last year, and I believe it's Orange Globe. It's just beautiful. And there's still several of them that have not bloomed yet. And I guess that's what makes it so much fun, that the variety. This one is, let me get over there and show you. Whoop, swinging you around. This is Breakout, and it's not fully open. When I pick that and take it in the house, it just keeps getting bigger and bigger. And my husband says, do they grow when you get them in the house? And y'all, they do. They get bigger and bigger in the house. When I put, that one is such a big specimen. I mean, it's like one flower, and I put it in a vase by itself a lot of times. Here's another one. And they'll keep on opening. So I just wanted you to see, this is a beautiful dahlia year. And you work and work in the yard, in the garden, and then when this starts happening and the blooms start coming, you kind of forget how much work it was. And I love to pick them and take them in the house, because that's part of it. They're wonderful in the yard, and I wanted to leave them so that y'all could see them, but I love them in the house. And I end up with vases of them everywhere. And a lot of y'all know I love to set the table, and so I do a lot of table settings, and this time of year the dahlias dictate what I'm doing. So, and this is Cleome. That's one plant. They're monster plants, and they get bigger and bigger. And see, here's the seed. Here are the seeds, and wow, they come up all over everywhere. So I'm pulling them up in other places because they take over, and I'm leaving this one, so I'll have plenty of seeds and volunteers next year. This is tube roses. Here's tube roses, and then the amaranth is coming up, volunteer. And Teeny is throwing, oh my goodness, a pot in the basil bed. Oh, sorry, I got distracted. There's zinnias over there, and then I planted one more little cucumber. This is basil. That was potatoes, and we dug that last Saturday, and y'all, oh my goodness, I have got so many potatoes. Probably 50 pounds of potatoes or more out of that bed. Here are my zinnias. Oh my goodness, they're so pretty. I do love zinnias. I have grown zinnias since, wow, I've been growing zinnias for 50 years. I remember the first house I had, we had a little feed and seed store, Mr. Fox, in my town in Dawson, Georgia, and I loved to go to Mr. Fox's and buy stuff, and he would have the zinnias. He just had a big jar of zinnia seeds, and I would go in there, and I have no idea what kind they were, but I would go in there and say, I want 50 cents worth of zinnias, and so they were always in bulk, and so he would just get out a little brown bag and put zinnia seeds in it. And the first house I had, I planted zinnias across the front. It wasn't much to the front yard, and it was a town street, and it was on Church Street. And I had a flower bed across the front, a little bitty strip of grass, and I planted zinnias in a row of the two beds. And I don't even know, it's like when I put them in the dirt, they just grew. I don't even know what I did. I guess maybe I have a green thumb. I don't know what it was. But I had the most beautiful zinnias all the way across the front of my house. And I've planted them ever since. I just love them. I could just tell you story after story about zinnias. I had Miss Ann Sheffield. I went to see her when I was a young, young girl. I had my own house, and I went to see her with my mama, and she had this most beautiful arrangement of zinnias on her coffee table. And that's something I remember too, and it's like, it was beautiful. It was just beautiful. So it's amazing what you remember, from growing up. So there's other stories. Maybe I'll remember them next week when I'm doing a video and tell you those. So here's nasturtiums. There they go. The nasturtiums are really, really healthy this year. They got more leaves, it seems, than flowers, but maybe the flowers will come. And these are haricot vert. I don't know. Maybe that's the way you pronounce them. The long, skinny beans. We've already eaten some, and here is, you can see they need to be picked today. They are Blue Lake bush beans that are the Blue Lake variety, which is my very favorite, and I've planted them forever and ever too. You can see quite a bit of blooms of nasturtiums there. I have nasturtiums over here, and much to my surprise, because I don't read packages very good, it is I guess a vining kind, but it's really pretty. I think it's a light color, which I love that. And that is the Oriental mix back there that you just plant it and it grows. So daylilies are just about at the end. I mean, they're just the next day or two. So that'll be it. Okay, swing it over here. I love the way things like this in the garden look. There's the beans. with the nasturtiums coming up through it. And so there's bean blooms and nasturtium blooms. And the overview is zinnias over there. And there's one bachelor button that's really pretty. Then we have the dahlias up there. And we have my faithful companion sometimes. There's Lily. And there comes the sister that is so busy. Constant motion over there. She's on a mission. Where are you going, Teeny? So, this is what we're looking like at the end of June, like the second day of summer, or third day. And it's really green, because y'all, it's been like almost, we needed Noah's Ark this week. We've had so much rain, and everything loves it, especially the weeds, so I'm gonna have to take care of, there'll be a lot of weeding. Here's a nice daylily, and out there the border on the other side of the fence over there, the deer had a picnic this week. And when I went to Deadhead, because I do that every morning, and the other day I got distracted, and so it was later in the day when I came to Deadhead, and I walked out there to Deadhead, and there was not one bloom or one bud left. The deer had eaten them the night before, every single one. So whew, that was the end of daylily season, just like that. I have a few in here that are blooming, and I'm thankful for the fence. So one more look. I know this is long, but these dahlias just, I wait all year. I work out here waiting for the dahlias, and today is going to be picking of dahlias and beans. And here is mountain mint. One more thing. Mountain mint, it's a great pollinator. Wonderful. And Miss Huff, lantana back there, it's starting to bloom. So, and I see, wow, one white zinnia. Okay, it's just over and over. There's more and more out here. Tomatoes are way up there, and they are full of green tomatoes. So maybe by July the 4th. Anyway, I hope y'all are having a good gardening season. Tell me what you're doing. This is Mona from Winterpast.